Good afternoon, basketball fans, and welcome once again to York High School for the 2017 York Holiday Tournament. My name is David Jenright, bringing you the consolation girls game to start the day off between York and Hastings St. Cecilia. Hastings St. Cecilia was knocked off by Class B number 2 Elkhorn yesterday, where York was knocked off by Class B number 3 Platteview. Taking center court for each team, York has Carson Zumpf and St. Cecilia Tori Thomas. The starting five for each squad. York has Lauren Riley, Carly Sievers, Haley Pohl, Regan Cast, and Carson Zumpf. And for Hastings St. Cecilia, who just won the tip-off, Gracie Daly, Lexi Verton, Tori Thomas, Kameron Kissinger, and McKenna Asher. Let's get some holiday tournament basketball, folks. St. Cecilia possession to open up. Lexi Verton was the star of the show for St. Cecilia yesterday. Kameron Kissinger included. Had a few big threes to keep them in the game against Elkhorn. Elkhorn, the Class B powerhouse, yet too much for St. Cecilia. Down low, Tori Thomas takes the feed. She's stripped by Haley Pohl. York the other way. Sievers brings it across the timeline for the Dukes. They had a good outing yesterday against Platteview, but Plattview's size and Peyton Brodsky, the Division I Creighton recruit, too much for the Dukes to handle. Travel on the floor, that's a turnover. Back-to-back turnovers for each team. York set up in a full court defense just to fall back into man once the ball was inbounded. Verton takes it, running across the perimeter, pulls up at the wing. Had room to shoot if she wanted it. Mismatch down low. Tori Thomas goes up and over Haley Pohl for the first basket of the day. Regan Cast for York across to Sievers. Waiting for it to develop. Very patient offensively. Eric and I talked about this yesterday during the York girls game. A different York team this year than what we've seen in the last few years. Whereas York wants to take time off the clock and get a good shot. Where in the past we've seen a run and gun York girls team. It's Kissinger over to Verton for St. Cecilia. Hawkettes suffered their first loss yesterday in the loss to Elkhorn. York suffered their third of the season, moving them to 5-3. Coming into today's contest, St. Cecilia 7-1. Swing to Kissinger. Kameron Kissinger, that is. Gracie Daly up top, moving the ball well. Verton drives, has it poked away by Riley, but nobody there to pick it up for York. St. Cecilia up early, 2-0. Pass out of bounds and a turnover for St. Cecilia. Matt Kern sending subs in early. Nicole Mittman and Kate Irwin checking into the game for York. Carson Zumpf and Haley Pohl will take a seat. Cast up top, gives to Irwin. Looking to get a cut down low, and they do. Sievers grabs it and travels before she puts the shot up. That's 3 turnovers now for York. Not a good start offensively if you're York. 3 possessions, 3 turnovers in the first, what is coming up to be 3 minutes of play. Up high, Tori Thomas for St. Cecilia. Kissinger tries her luck with a 3, no good. Rebounded by York. Sievers has to pick up her dribble and hands to Lauren Riley, but it's tipped away into the backcourt, so no over and back for York. Lauren Riley wanted to pull up, Good closeout by Lexi Verton to prevent that as Catherine Hamburger checks in for St. Cecilia. Tori Thomas will take a seat. Haley Pohl checks back into the game for York. Daly controls it for York. Has to get, for St. Cecilia. Had to get rid of it. Verton has to pick up her dribble. Good defense by Mittman. Daly's pass a little bit behind Hamburger, tipped away and out of bounds. That's a turnover, and York will retain possession. Lauren Riley looking to get something going as we're halfway through the first quarter. Only 2 points have been scored. St. Cecilia leads 2-0. Only 2 field goals have even been put up in the contest, both by St. Cecilia. Cast up top to Lauren Riley. She takes the dribble and pulls up with Verton right in her face. Rebound, Kate Irwin. Riley drives, tries to put up, can't get it to go. Gathers herself, pulls it back out, gives to Cast. Cast drives, tries to kick to Mittman, loses it. Cast over to Irwin. Mittman in the corner for York. Still trailing 2-0. York's had possession of the ball for over a minute now. It's knocked away, and the ball goes to St. Cecilia, so another turnover for York. It's 5 turnovers in the first 5 minutes of this contest for the Dukes. They come out in a full court defense. Haley Pohl guarding the ball, who is Natalie Kissinger, now Lexi Verton, guarded by Lauren Riley. Natalie Kissinger shoots a 3, no good. Rebound, York. Carson Zump comes down with it. Lauren Riley running the other way. 2:50 left to play here in the first quarter. Consolation matchup at the York Holiday Tournament. York and Hastings St. Cecilia. Lauren Riley goes up with the left hand through the contact and finally gets one to go for the Dukes. Tied up at 2 with 2.5 to play. In the corner, Verton for St. Cecilia trying to go down low. Catherine Hamburger posting up. Almost loses the pass. Natalie Kissinger will shoot a 3 and she gets it to fall. Receivers the other way for York. Lauren Riley trying to back cut. Haley Pohl didn't read it correctly, hit her on the wing. Trying to get it down low to Natalia Dick. She just heard Matt Kern bark from the opposite side of the floor. Zump drives. She is fouled on the drive before she even put the shot up. First foul of the contest is on Tori Thomas, her first personal. York has it under their own basket, trailing by 3, 5-2, with 1:39 left to play in the first quarter. 5-second call. Dukes couldn't get it inbounded quick enough. Daly running the point for St. Cecilia. She's guarded by Riley. Gracie Daly shot fake, and she traveled before she put it on the floor. York ball. It's a total of 10 turnovers between the two teams here in this first quarter. 6 by York and 4 from St. Cecilia. Lauren Riley drives, splits the double team, and puts in 2 more. Lauren Riley looking to take over in this contest as she has all 4 of the shot attempts for York, and the only two makes. 5-4, St. Cecilia leads. Natalie Kissinger puts up another three. Doesn't get the roll. .45 seconds left in the first quarter. Natalia Dix swings to pull. Almost stole by Kissinger. It's kicked around. And a travel called as Zumpf picked it up on the loose ball. Subs into the game for York. Morgan Peterson checks in for Lauren Riley. Haley Pohl guards Gracie Daly as they cross the timeline. Verton, guarded by Sievers, drives and she travels. Regan Cass checks into the game for the Dukes. .30 seconds remain in the first quarter. Hastings St. Cecilia up on York in the consolation matchup, 5-4, and another turnover. Story of this contest so far for both teams. 20 seconds remain in the first quarter. St. Cecilia ball. Down to 10 seconds now. Verton's got it. Set a ball screen for her. She loses it. Gains it before it goes out of bounds. 5 seconds, down 3. Asher drives, tries to put something up, and they do call a foul on the shot. Grab that foul on Haley Pohl, her first personal, first team foul against the Dukes. McKenna Asher's going to go to the line and shoot 2 for St. Cecilia. Sinks the first. Foul was called with only 0.1 second on the clock, so we're just going to get an inbound before the quarter ends. And Asher goes 2 for 2. Inbounded, and that's the end of the first quarter. St. Cecilia leads 7-4 over York in the consolation matchup of the York Holiday Tournament. We're going to take a timeout with them. Thanks for joining us on Strive TV.
It's thanks to you that we're where we are today. We're proud to watch these communities grow because they're our communities too. Our neighbors, our friends. It's where we live. These are all our hometowns. And no matter what, the people who will continue to serve your needs with the hometown support you know and trust are just down the street. Cornerstone Bank, growing together.
Nova Fitness Equipment of Omaha has provided the very best weight room, track and field, and sports surfacing products for over 30 years in Nebraska. They provide Cybex, Matrix Fitness, Vertimax, Tough Stuff, Pro Elite, Stairmaster, York Barbell, Troy Barbell, and UCS track and performance products. From rubber flooring, strength equipment, cardio products, and sports performance accessories, Nova Fitness Equipment has what you need to make your athletic program successful. Contact Nova Fitness Equipment today at their home office in Omaha or online at novafitnessequipment.com.
And we're back in York for the second quarter of action in this matchup between York and Hastings St. Cecilia, consolation round of the York Holiday Tournament. York here after getting defeated yesterday by Platteview, all class number 9 and number 2 in Class B. St. Cecilia yesterday lost in a tough matchup with Elkhorn, who's all class number 8 and number 2 in Class B. Pretty loaded holiday tournament here in York on the girls' side and on the boys' side as well. Is stolen off the pass of Lauren Riley. Kissinger the other way. Kameron Kissingers, that is, for St. Cecilia. Daly to Catherine Hamburger. Down low, McKenna Asher goes up with the left hand and scores against Cass. Regan Cast up top. Into the corner, Sievers. Dukes can't get any offense really set up here. Gives it to Lauren Riley. She has the only 2 field goals of the contest for York. Goes up and gets the third. Her third and York's third. She's got all 6 of the Dukes points. So they trail to Hastings St. Cecilia, 9-6 to score. Foul down low on Regan Cast. It'll be her first. Second team foul against York. Her and Asher were battling down low for position. Asher had the better position on the pass. Inbounded, Kameron Kissinger shot fake. She passes, gets rid of it. Burton takes it. Up top, Catherine Hamburger. Daly's got it now, setting up the offense. Goes down low, Hamburger loses the pass. Kameron Kissinger, quick release on the 3, gets it. Her first 3 of the contest. Lauren Riley tries to get her team back into it here, trailing by 6. To Zumpf. Zumpf puts it on the hardwood. Drives inside, spins, left hand, goes up. Can't get the roll. Kissinger, another 3, no good. Hamburger grabs the rebound, falls and passes all in one motion. St. Cecilia keeps it off of the Kissinger miss, and Burton down low scores. Her first basket of the contest. Lauren Riley drives into the lane, and they get her for a travel. Another turnover for York, their 10th already of the contest. St. Cecilia has possession. Burton drives left hand, easy move past Riley and gets 2, no help defense. Burton's basket's gonna cause Matt Kern to call his first timeout of the contest, a full timeout. We'll take one with him. We'll be back in just a moment.
Daniel McIntosh. I work for Truck Center Companies Columbus, and I'm a technician. I've always been interested in being a mechanic and working on stuff. I actually learned about this job through a friend, and he said it was a great place to work, so I decided I would apply, and I love it. It's good pay and good benefits, and I like my hours that I work. I like my weekends and stuff that I get off, or my days off. And the other technicians in the shop were really good about answering any questions and helping out anytime I needed help. They also sent me through the TAP program in Omaha, and that was a lot of help as well. I learned a lot going through that program. I would highly recommend this job to some younger kids or some like high school students or even some other techs that have been doing it for a while.
And off of Matt Kern's timeout, we join you again. 16-6, Hastings St. Cecilia leads York. Coming out hot in the second quarter, Hastings St. Cecilia is 4 for 4 to jump out to a 10-point lead rather than the 3-point lead they had to start the second quarter. All 6 of York's points have come at the hands of Lauren Riley. Up top, Haley Pohl. Shot fake, Lauren Riley will shoot, no good. Offensive rebound for Nicole Mittman, however. She's able to save herself from traveling. Lauren Riley drives, no good. Offensive putback for Nicole Mittman, good. First basket of the contest for someone whose name isn't Lauren Riley for York. St. Cecilia the other way. Burton drives, kicks, Kissinger. That's all the room she needs to knock down that 3. She's got 2 of those here in the second quarter. Regan Cass looking for Mittman, almost stolen by Kissinger. Up top, Haley Pohl will shoot. what looked like a 2, but misses. Hastings St. Cecilia the other way. Hamburger on the transition layup. 30-second timeout for Matt Kern again. 6 for 6 to start the second quarter. St. Cecilia coming out with the hot hand. Hamburger grabs a rebound, falls, and passes all in one motion.
We're proud.
St. Cecilia keeps it off of the Kissinger miss, and Burton down low scores her first basket. Back after the highlight, courtesy of Eric Allgood. 3:46 left to play here in the first half. York ball off the Matt Kern timeout. He's called too quickly, a full and a 30-second. Looking to get his offense going here. 4 points here in the second quarter. Already matches what they had in the first quarter. And there's still 3.5 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Nicole Mittman over to Zumpf. Natalia Dick trying to post up. Mittman now looking. Zumpf's got it, top of the key, shoots a 3. Good. Giving her the 3-point basket. Toes were close, official thought it was a 3. 3 minutes left to play now. York down by 10, 21-11. St. Cecilia leads. As Daly gives it to Tori Thomas. Kissinger almost put up another one. She's hit her last 2. In the corner, McKenna Asher driving to her right. Daly, Kissinger, all the room she needs. Doesn't knock this one down. Rebound for Natalia Dick. Sievers down low to Zumpf. Good transition. Oh, for the Dukes to get Zumpf 2 more. She's got 5 in the second quarter now. Dukes back within single digits. Trailing by 8. Down low, Tori Thomas working against Zumpf. Goes up, doesn't get it to go. Lauren Riley got the rebound and she was fouled on the way down by Tori Thomas. Her second personal, the second against St. Cecilia this half. Riley gonna run the point on this offensive possession for York. Over to Morgan Peterson, who just checked into the game. Goes to her right, gives to Riley. Zumpf comes up looking to set a ball screen. Good pass by Riley. The extra pass from Peterson was there. Haley Pohl didn't want to take the shot. Zumpf goes up, but she's fouled before she's able to put it up. Foul on the floor. This time on Catherine Hamburger, her first personal. Third team foul against St. Cecilia. York now under their own basket. Minute 47 left to play here in the second quarter. Inbounded to Sievers. Knocked away by Chloe McCauley. Lauren Riley takes this inbound on the sideline. Against the defense of Lexi Verton. Sievers drives left, kicks. Haley Pohl shot fake, drives. Morgan Peterson wanted the shot, didn't take it. Zumpf with the quick move. Over to Morgan Peterson, rips through, gives to Riley on the cut. Goes up against the defense, can't get the roll. Lexi Verton gonna go the distance of the court with Lauren Riley right on her. Is able to give it to Kameron Kissinger. Down low, Hamburger working against Zumpf, and she travels. Regan Cass checks into the game for the Dukes. Morgan Peterson will grab a drink. Just under a minute now left to play here in the second quarter. 21-13, St. Cecilia leads in this girls' consolation game of the York Holiday Tournament. Cast up top for York. Cast is able to get it to Haley Pohl. She'll set up an offense. Going right. Cross screen down low. Pohl drives, gives it to Zump. Zump high off the glass, won't get it to go. Burton with 10 seconds left in the half. Down low, it's knocked away from Asher. Up top, Catherine Hamburger shoots a three to end the half, no good. Kameron Kissinger tried the offensive putback and couldn't get it to go. So after the first half of play here in this consolation matchup, St. Cecilia leads York 21-13.
It's thanks to you that we're where we are today. We're proud to watch these communities grow because they're our communities too. Our neighbors, our friends. It's where we live. These are all our hometowns. And no matter what, the people who will continue to serve your needs with the hometown support you know and trust are just down the street. Cornerstone Bank. Growing together.
Nova Fitness Equipment of Omaha has provided the very best weight room, track and field, and sports surfacing products for over 30 years in Nebraska. They provide Cybex, Matrix Fitness, Vertimax, Tough Stuff, Pro Elite, Stairmaster, York Barbell, Troy Barbell, and UCS track and performance products. From rubber flooring, strength equipment, cardio products, and sports performance accessories, Nova Fitness Equipment has what you need to make your athletic program successful. Contact Nova Fitness Equipment today at their home office in Omaha or online at novafitnessequipment.com.
Trucking industry gives you a lot of opportunity for careers because there's such a wide, vast list of possibilities and areas that you can go into. As technicians, these trucks are as advanced as cars are today, so we need technicians that can work on them and understand how to work the computer system and get them up and running so the customer can make money. These trucks are workhorses, but they're built for comfort and they're easy to drive. Freightliner builds these trucks for drivers' wants and customers' needs.
It's thanks to you that we're where we are today. We're proud to watch these communities grow because they're our communities too. Our neighbors, our friends. It's where we live. These are all our hometowns. And no matter what, the people who will continue to serve your needs with the hometown support you know and trust are just down the street. Cornerstone Bank. Growing together.
Consolation matchup at the York Holiday Tournament. York and Hastings St. Cecilia. Well, Riley goes up with the left hand through the con. Will shoot a three and she gets it to fall. Hamburger grabs the rebound, falls and passes all in one motion. St. Cecilia keeps it off of the Kissinger miss and Burton down low scores. Her first basket. St. Cecilia has possession. Burton drives left hand, easy move past Riley and gets to no help defense. However, she's able to save herself from traveling. Lauren Riley drives, no good. Offensive putback for Nicole Mittman, good. Name isn't Lauren Riley for York. St. Cecilia the other way. Verton drives, kicks, Kissinger. That's all the room she needs to knock down that three. Mittman now looking. Zump's got it, top of the key, shoots a three. Good. Giving her the three-point basket. Rebound for Natalia Dick. Sievers down low to Zump. Good transition. Oh, for the Dukes to get Zump two more. Kameron Kissinger tried the offensive putback and couldn't get it to go. So after the first half of play here in this consolation matchup, St. Cecilia leads York 21-13. And welcome back, basketball fans, to York High School for this consolation matchup between Hastings St. Cecilia and York. 21-13 the score at halftime. Hastings St. Cecilia leading York. Got a little bit of halftime scoring statistics for you. First for Hastings St. Cecilia, Kameron Kissinger led with 6 points, 2 threes in the second quarter. Behind her, McKenna Asher and Lexi Verton each had 4. Natalie Kissinger had a 3 of her own. Tori Thomas and Catherine Hamburger each had 2 points to their names. In the first half, Hastings St. Cecilia shot 8 of 13, 3 of 7 from beyond the three-point line. And only 2 free throws in the first half, both coming at the hand of McKenna Asher, who went 2 for 2 at the charity stripe. For York, if you didn't hear Jack Vincent, our PA announcer, just beat me to it. Lauren Riley led the Dukes in scoring with 6 points. Behind her, Carson Zump had 5, and Nicole Mittman had 2. The Dukes and the Hawkettes each shot 13 shots in that first half. York only made 6. As I said before, Hastings St. Cecilia had 8 made field goals. York was only 1 of 3 from beyond the three-point line. Carson Zumpf was the hand that knocked down that sole three. Story of the first half for each team. York had 10 turnovers in the first half. St. Cecilia had 6. Both teams kind of came out in that first quarter a little sloppy to start. Handing the ball off to everybody. Almost felt like an Oprah Winfrey show. You get the ball, you get the ball, you get a ball from everybody. Total of 16 turnovers in that first half between the two teams. About ready to start our second half of action here in York. York Holiday Tournament. Both teams here in this consolation matchup. Our schedule for the day, obviously this game, our first consolation game for the girls. Next game after this will be Elkhorn and Platteview. Consolation for the boys as York defeated Platteview in the heading matchup last night. And Hastings St. Cecilia defeated Elkhorn boys yesterday at the same time that this next game is going to start, 2:15. Once again, Elkhorn and Platteview for that matchup. After that, we have Elkhorn and Platteview again for the girls' championship game. And then we top our night off with the boys' championship with York and Hastings St. Cecilia. As Hastings St. Cecilia girls, Tori Thomas starts the second half off with a 2. Back to a 10-point lead now for St. Cecilia. York going to try to get some offense going here in the second half. Very little in the first half. Lauren Riley drives, gives to Haley Pohl. Pohl to her left, spins back right, kicks to Sievers. Sievers shot fake, drives, puts up a layup, fouled on the shot. Sievers is going to get 2 free throws. If you want to tweet at us where you're watching from, who you're cheering for, go ahead and tweet hashtag York Holiday 17. Love to know where you're watching from and who you're cheering for. As Sievers goes 1 for 2 at the charity stripe for York. Full court defense set up for York. Setting trap on the first pass. Verton tries to go across the floor to Kissinger and does. Daly all by herself now as she crosses the timeline. Verton guarded by Mittman. Thomas up top. Lauren Riley playing good post defense on McKenna Asher. Up top, Thomas again. Goes down low to Asher. She's double teamed. Verton tries her luck with a 3 in the corner. No good. Rebound, Sievers. Sievers not guarded on the way in. She's fouled on the shot. Count the basket and the foul. Sievers getting it going here for York in the second half. Drops the basket there and gets the foul. Looking to convert the old-fashioned three-point play. Bring her team back within 6 points. And does as she sinks that free throw. Haley Pohl checks into the game for York. 23-17, St. Cecilia leads the Dukes. Trap immediately, gives it to Daly. Back to Asher, up the floor to Verton. Making a press break look easy as Hastings St. Cecilia on that try. Down low, Tori Thomas kicks it back out. Good pick and roll by Asher there. She can't convert on the shot, however. Pohl spins to her right. Gives to Lauren Riley. She hits the floor hard. Skip past the Zump. She'll try her luck again with the 3. No good. Lauren Riley offensive rebound. Drives in, tries to put up a circus shot to draw the foul. Doesn't get it. Three for Kameron Kissinger, her third of the contest. Doesn't need much time or space to get that shot off comfortably. She now has 9 points for St. Cecilia, and St. Cecilia leads by 9. 5:41 left to play here in the third quarter. And then we top our night off with the boys championship with York and Hastings St. Cecilia. As Hastings St. Cecilia girls, Tori Thomas starts the second half off with a 2. Seavers not guarded on the way in. She's fouled on the shot. Count the basket and the foul. Seavers getting it going here for York in the second half. Foul doesn't get it. Three for Kameron Kissinger, her third of the contest. Off of Greg Barron's timeout for St. Cecilia, York has possession, trailing by 9. 5:35 left to play in this consolation, in the third quarter of this consolation matchup between the Dukes and the Hawkettes of Hastings St. Cecilia. Regan Cast goes up top to Carson Zumpf. Lauren Riley in the corner, shoots, got it. Her first 3 of the contest. Might see her start putting up a little bit more. So all it takes is 1 to gain your confidence back in that shot. St. Cecilia, Daly in the corner. Up top, Kameron Kissinger. Seavers not giving her any space at all. At this point, it's almost a face guard, even off the ball. Lauren Riley picks that pass off the other way. Goes up against Kissinger, gets the basket, no foul called, but lots of contact. So here comes Lauren Riley and the Dukes back within 4 of Hastings St. Cecilia. 26-22. Still trying to go down low to Asher. Over to Daly. Now they're trying to work for Hamburger down low. Asher beats Regan Cast down low to get position, gets the basket and the foul. Nice job by Asher to get position down low and put up the shot quickly with Cast still out of position. Draws the foul in, gets an easy 2. Substitutions for York. Mittman and Irwin check in for the Dukes. Asher at the line, shooting 1. She's 2 for 2 at the charity stripe thus far. Announcers Jinx makes her 2 for 3. Pass to go the other way from Irwin is intercepted by Verton, so St. Cecilia keeps the ball. Tori Thomas's pass is tipped, but stays with St. Cecilia. Verton drives, spins. Asher gets the pass down low, tries to go reverse with the left hand and does. Good move by Asher. Get to the other side of the basket and a reverse lay-in to go up by 8. Lauren Riley uses the ball screen, goes to Seavers. Up top, Mittman. Gets a ball screen, goes back to her right, all the way to the hole. High post, Irwin dishes to Seavers for a 3. Carly Seavers comes to life here in this third quarter. She's got 7. York trails by 5 in their holiday tournament. Lost a tough one yesterday to Platteview. Looking to get one back today against the powerhouse in C2, Hastings St. Cecilia. Good position by Lauren Riley on the rebound. Draws the foul from Lexi Verton. First for Lexi Verton. First team foul the second half for St. Cecilia. Pardon me, the third Where have I been? Right here, just not keeping my scorebook up to date. Excuse me, Eric's scorebook. Lauren Riley running the point for York on this possession. 2:40 in the third quarter. Trailing by 5 is York. Moving the ball nicely thus far. Natalia Dick working for position down low. Regan Cast, what most thought was a travel, gets rid of it. Riley goes to her left, hands to Cast. Down low, Natalia Dick goes to her right, puts it up, gets fouled on the shot, so she'll shoot 2. Fouls on McKenna Asher. Second personal, 4th against St. Cecilia. Natalia Dick at the line shooting 2 for the Dukes. Gets the first. Morgan Peterson checks in for York, and Catherine Hamburger also checks in for Hastings St. Cecilia. Her second of 2 at the line, can't get it to go. Over to Chloe McCauley. Up top, Natalie Kissinger shoots it. Banks closed. No good for Kissinger as Lauren Riley brings it the other way for York. Peterson over to Haley Pohl. Natalia Dick down low drives. Excuse me, not drives. Backs down, has her pass stolen by Verton. Verton the other way. Lauren Riley grabs the ball and they call a foul. On the floor. Lauren Riley picks up her first. St. Cecilia has it under their own basket. Kissinger in the corner, quick release off of the catch. And 3 more for Kameron Kissinger. Her second 3 of the third quarter. She's got 12. Haley Pohl on the left wing. Up top to Riley. Skip pass to Lauren Riley. She drives baseline, puts up a little floater off the glass. No good. Gets a rebound and gets it to go. Lauren Riley's also got 7 this quarter. Up top, Kissinger again decided against it. Driving baseline, Verton, and they're going to get a foul on Lauren Riley. Her second, so she picks up 2 quick ones. St. Cecilia ball under their own basket, up by 5. Kissinger to her left. To Verton on the cut to the basket. Hits the line before Zumpf could save it. Stays with St. Cecilia. Regan Cass going to check in for Natalia Dick. Verton inbounding under her own basket for St. Cecilia. Just throws it up to Chloe McCauley. Over to Kissinger. 30 seconds left in the third quarter. 33-28 the score. St. Cecilia leads York. Cutting Verton, goes up against Riley and gets 2. Lauren Riley the other way, and they're going to hold for the last shot as Matt Kern holds up one finger. 10 seconds now, back to Riley. Kicks to the corner. Haley Pohl shoots it from the corner, no good. Knocked out of bounds by St. Cecilia with 4 seconds on the clock. York keeps it. Another chance at this last shot of the third quarter. trailing by 7. Inbounded to Cast, to pull. 1 second, knocked away. Nobody's going to get a shot at the end of the quarter. And through 3, Hastings St. Cecilia leads York 35-28. Riley picks that pass off the other way. Goes up against Kissinger, gets the basket, no foul called, but lots of contact. So here comes Lauren Riley and the Dukes back within 4. Over to Daly. Now they're trying to work for Hamburger down low. Asher beats Regan Cast down low to get position, gets the basket and the foul. Stays with St. Cecilia. Burton drives, spins. Asher gets the pass down low, tries to go reverse with the left hand and does. Good move by Asher. And we're back for the 4th and final quarter of action in this consolation matchup between York and Hastings St. Cecilia at the York Holiday Tournament. 35-28 the score through 3 quarters. Lauren Riley inbounds to start the 4th quarter for York. Lauren Riley for 3, got it! Good play to start the 4th quarter for York. They also come out in a full court defense. Trailing by 4. Timeout, Hastings St. Cecilia. A 30-second timeout, so nice job by Matt Kern to bring the intensity to start the 4th quarter.
It's thanks to you that we're where we are today. We're proud to watch these communities grow because they're our communities too. Our neighbors, our friends. It's where we live. These are all our hometowns. And no matter what, the people who will continue to serve your needs with the hometown support you know and trust are just down the street. Cornerstone Bank, growing together.
Off of Greg Barron's timeout, Hastings St. Cecilia has the ball on the sideline. York opened up the 4th quarter with a 3-pointer from Lauren Riley. 35-31, St. Cecilia up by 4. Daly trap, ball's loose. Haley Pohl knocks it away, she's on the floor. It's still loose. Cast has it, jump ball is called. Lots of bodies on the floor. Jump ball is called, possession arrow belongs to St. Cecilia. Kissinger inbounding on the sideline. Gets it to Daly. Up top, Kameron Kissinger. Switch on the screen to prevent her from shooting. Daly trying to go down low to Asher, and Asher loses it and throws it right back to Carson Zump. So Lauren Riley the other way now for York. All the way to the hole. 2 points, Lauren Riley. Back to a 2-point game here in York. St. Cecilia the other way, across the timeline, breaking the press. Kissinger up top. Over to Asher now in the corner, Gracie Daly. Down low, Asher all alone. 2 points for McKenna Asher. Lauren Riley sets up the offense, trailing by 4. 6:25 left to play in regulation. Sievers to Zump up top. Zump shot fake, drives, puts up a little floater, doesn't get the roll. Good drive and take there by Carson Zump. Had the step on Hamburger. Kissinger shot fake, Shoots just inside the three-point line, doesn't get it to go. Rebound, Haley Pohl. York the other way. Lauren Riley pull up three, no good. Kissinger holds now for St. Cecilia. Into the corner, Gracie Daly. Down low, Asher. Over her head, out of bounds, York ball. Still a 4-point game. 37-33. Lauren Riley takes it across the timeline for York. Gives to Zump. Zump turns at the elbow, drives, has it stripped away, and it's off her knee and out of bounds. Hastings St. Cecilia ball. Inbounded, Verton immediately trapped. Daly up the floor to Verton, who might have traveled, no call though. St. Cecilia keeps it. Asher outside the three-point line, gives to Kissinger. Ball's knocked away, it's still loose. Asher's got it, doesn't turn towards the basket. She had it all to herself. Kissinger, three, no good, rebound cast. York the other way. Matt Kern slowing the pace down a little bit. 4.5 left to play in the fourth quarter. York trails by 4. Riley holds, guarded by Lexi Verton. Got a screen to her right if she wants it. And she had one to her left. Goes up, fouled on the shot. Lauren Riley will get 2 free throws. Fouls on McKenna Asher. Third personal, 5th team. Riley at the line shooting to her first trip to the charity stripe today. Misses the first one. Riley's got 5 this quarter, had 7 in the third quarter. And sinks the second. Timeout, Greg Barrett and the Hawkettes from Hastings St. Cecilia. Full timeout, we're gonna take one with them. We'll be back in just a moment.
Daniel McIntosh. I work for Truck Center Companies Columbus, and I'm a technician. I've always been interested in being a mechanic and working on stuff. I actually learned about this job through a friend, and he said it was a great place to work, so I decided I would apply, and I love it. It's good pay and good benefits, and I like my hours that I work. I like my weekends and stuff that I get off or my days off. And the other technicians in the shop were really good about answering any questions and helping out anytime I needed help. They also sent me through the TAP program in Omaha, and that was a lot of help as well. I learned a lot going through that program. I would highly recommend this job to some younger kids or some like high school students or even some other techs that have been doing it for a while.
Off of the St. Cecilia timeout. We're back with 4:09 left to play here in the fourth quarter. St. Cecilia up on York 37-34 at the York Holiday Tournament. Consolation matchup to start the day. Off the timeout, Matt Kern sets up in a full court defense, not trapping the first pass as he has the last few times. Traps Daly, it's tipped. Lauren Riley's got it. Saves it before it goes out of bounds, so that's a steal for York. Mittman shoots a three, doesn't get it. That would have tied it up. That was only Mittman's second shot of the contest. Verton picks up her dribble, goes all the way across to Gracie Daly. Nice job by Mittman to switch on the screen and block Asher. Up top, Carson Zumpf. Over to Riley. Squared up to shoot, decided against it. York trails by 3. Mittman gives to Sievers. 3:10 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Sievers drives left, gives to Riley, who now has 19 points. Zumpf shot fake, down low to Dick. Good drive and dish by Carson Zumpf. Natalia Dick gets her first field goal of the contest. Injury on the floor. McKenna Asher holds her right shoulder. York athletic trainer comes out to help. Greg Barrett has to take a 30-second timeout to get a sub in. Matt Kern using it to talk with his girls. Hastings St. Cecilia up by 1. 37-36, inbounded to Kissinger. Over to Daly to her left, guarded by Pohl. Kissinger's got it, goes to her right. Picks up her dribble, gives to Verton. Screen for Verton to her left. Gonna get a hand check on Sievers out near the perimeter. Sievers picks up her first personal. 4th team foul against York. Nice job by Pohl to step in front of the inbound. York the other way. What could be their first lead of the day. Zumpf fouled on the shot. Hamburger picks up her second personal. 6th team foul against St. Cecilia. Zumpf at the line, shooting 2 for the Dukes, her first trip to the charity stripe today. Can't sink the first. York has not led in the contest, and the last time it was tied was at 2-2 in the first quarter. Zumpf goes 0 for 2 there, and they still trail by 1. Verton across to Gracie Daly. Up top, Verton drives to her right. Goes up against the defense of Sievers and Zumpf. Foul called. It's going to be on Zumpf. Her first personal. 5th against York. Verton at the line, shooting 2 for St. Cecilia. And sinks the first. Her first trip to the line for St. Cecilia. As a team, it's only St. Cecilia's 3rd trip to the charity stripe all day. And the second of 2 can't go for Verton, so still a 2-point contest with 2:05 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Lauren Riley for York. Ball screen to her left, uses it. Kicks to Zumpf. Zumpf to her left, kicks, cast, 3. No good, would have given him the lead, and Zumpf gets a foul going for the rebound. Zumpf's second, 6th team foul against York. It's now both teams in the bonus on the next foul. Each team has 6 team fouls. Full court defense for York. Verton guarded heavily the entire way down the court by Riley, but broke the press by herself. Up top, Verton Minute and a half left to play. Up by 2 is St. Cecilia. Down low, Tori Thomas. Kicks to Asher. Up top, Verton. Kissinger at the 10-foot volleyball court line. Pass from Daly to Thomas, knocked away, out of bounds. Turnover, St. Cecilia and York ball. With a minute 14 left to play in the fourth quarter. York down by 2. And Matt Kern's going to take a full timeout, so we'll take one with him. We'll be back in just a moment. Daly trying to go down low to Asher, and Asher loses it and throws it right back to Carson Zump. So Lauren Riley the other way now for York. All the way to the hole, 2 points, Lauren Riley. Kissinger up top. Over to Asher now in the corner, Gracie Daly. Down low, Asher all alone. 2 points for McKenna Asher. .310 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Sievers drives left, gives to Riley, who now has 19 points. Zump shot fake, down low to Dick. Good drive and dish by Carson Zump. In back with a minute 14 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Matt Kern using all of this full timeout to talk with his team, who trails by 2 to Hastings St. Cecilia. This consolation matchup of the York Holiday Tournament. Inbounded to Lauren Riley. She'll run the point for this possession. Trailing by 2. Try to get that same play that got Lauren Riley the 3 to open the fourth quarter. Sievers drives, gives to Regan Cass, down low, basket and the foul. Regan Cass ties it up and has an opportunity to give the Dukes their first lead of the contest. Cass' first basket couldn't have come at a better time for York. One shot for Cast for the old-fashioned three-point play. Can't get it to go, so we're all knotted up at 38 with under a minute left to play. Verton handling it for Hastings St. Cecilia. Duke Dome coming alive for this final 40 seconds. So 36 seconds left to play. Greg Barrett and Hastings St. Cecilia calls a full timeout. All knotted up at 38 here in York.
It's thanks to you that we're where we are today. We're proud to watch these communities grow because they're our communities too. Our neighbors, our friends. It's where we live. These are all our hometowns. And no matter what, the people who will continue to serve your needs with the hometown support you know and trust are just down the street. Cornerstone Bank, growing together.
All knotted up at 38 points. York and Hastings St. Cecilia. 36 seconds left to play after the Regan Cast lay-in to tie it up. First time that this ball game has been tied since 2-2 in the first quarter. York, down by 12 points at one time, has come back to make this a ball game. Hastings St. Cecilia has the ball right in front of their own bench. Lexi Verton inbounding. Has nowhere to go, thrown up. 5-second call before Greg Barrett could get his timeout. Officials are discussing, and they're going to give Greg Barrett his timeout instead of getting the 5-second call. Official from across the floor had to come over and say that he did hear the timeout call from Greg Barrett. Play that got Lauren Riley the 3 to open the fourth quarter. Sievers drives, gives to Regan Cass, down low, basket and the foul. Regan Cass ties it up. Just saw the highlight of Regan Cass tying this game up and getting us to where we are now, all knotted up at 38 points. With 36 seconds left to play in this consolation matchup of the holiday tournament here in York. St. Cecilia inbounding, a little bit of confusion at the scorer's table. Back to the action. St. Cecilia inbounding in front of their own bench. Verton up top to Asher. Swings to Kissinger, down under 30 seconds now. Verton to her left, guarded heavily by Riley, has to pick up her dribble. Gives to Daly. Daly to Kissinger, 15 seconds. Up top, Verton to her left. Uses a ball screen, drives, has nothing. Got to travel. Late call, the other two officials didn't call it, so our half-court official called the travel. Matt Kern calls a full timeout with 5 seconds left. It'll be his ball on the opposite side of the floor. Knotted up at 38 with 5 seconds to go. Matt Kern gonna drop a play, and I don't know who he wants to go to here. Nobody really has the hot hand. Lauren Riley has 19. With Tinley Hansen out, Lauren Riley has taken control all season, so if I'm Matt Kern, I'm trying to get the ball into Lauren Riley's hands. Or Carson Zumpf, who has had a good game down low. Try to get it down low to her, or she's even knocked down a 3 in this game, showing off her range. So Lauren Riley or Carson Zumpf are the ideal players that you want the ball to go to if you're Matt Kern, or if I'm Matt Kern anyways. In this situation with 5 seconds, game on the line. You know, what a better way to start off day 2 of the York Holiday Tournament. You know, all the way down to the final seconds in this first matchup. York and Hastings St. Cecilia giving us everything we could have asked for. Lauren Riley taking it herself all the way, puts it up off the glass, doesn't get the roll. 4 quarters isn't enough to decide it between York and Hastings St. Cecilia. All knotted up at 38 through 32 minutes of basketball. Heading to overtime. We'll be back in just a moment. York and Hastings St. Cecilia giving us everything we could have asked for. Lauren Riley taking it herself all the way, puts it up off the glass, doesn't get the roll. 4 quarters isn't enough. Overtime basketball to start the day here at the York Holiday Tournament. 4 quarters wasn't enough for York and Hastings St. Cecilia. All knotted up at 38. Hastings St. Cecilia won the tip to start overtime, and Kissinger can't get her 3 to go. York the other way. Lauren Riley controls it for the Dukes. Regan cast up top over to Zumpf. See if 4 more minutes will give us a winner between these two teams. As Haley Pohl almost got a 5-second call, and the pass to Lauren Riley was low and at her feet and kicks it past the half court. So turnover for York and a missed shot from Hastings St. Cecilia to start. Burton inbounds to Gracie Daly. Pass almost goes over Burton's head. Goes to her left off the ball screen. Loses it all the way to the hole. Hamburger can't get it to go. Rebound Sievers. She'll bring it up the court herself. Haley Pohl across. Drives and kicks to Zumpf on the right wing. And Zumpf travels before she put the ball on the hardwood. St. Cecilia ball, Verton inbounding in front of the York bench. Inbounded to Asher and right back to Verton. Guarded by Riley, picks up her dribble, gives to Kameron Kissinger. Trying to go down low to Asher. Nice job by Zumpf to read that play like an open book. Across to Lauren Riley. Was open during transition, had the 3, wanted the ball. They couldn't find her until the defense of St. Cecilia was set up. Gives to Lauren Riley. 2 minutes now. Still tied up at 38. Kicks, Pohl, 3 from the corner, no good. Still scoreless in overtime. Verton the other way for St. Cecilia. Daly will not put up the 3. Down low to Asher, passes behind her. Turnover. York ball now. Minute 39 left to play in overtime. Lauren Riley brings it up the floor and gives to Pohl. Pohl will bring it across the timeline. Tried to go down low to Zumpf, is fouled. Gracie Daly picks up the foul. Second personal for Daly. 8th team foul of the second half for St. Cecilia. Haley Pohl going to shoot 1 and 1 for the Dukes. Gets the first, and York has their first lead of the contest and the first score of overtime. Pohl's second free throw won't go. Been the story for York at the charity stripe thus far. Every trip there has been 1 for 2. Verton up top, going down low to Asher. She kicks, Daly will not shoot. Verton up top, over to Kissinger. Up top, Tori Thomas. They're trying to get it to Asher, and she's being denied everywhere she goes. Kissinger Puts a dribble down low to Thomas. Kicks, Burton will shoot with Lauren Riley in her face. No good. Good box out by Zumpf to keep Tori Thomas away, and York gets it. Lauren Riley going really slow, and she's fouled by Burton. Burton gets her second personal. It's the 9th team foul against St. Cecilia. So Lauren Riley's going to shoot 1 and 1. (19) in regulation for Lauren Riley. Free throw here would make it 20. Sinks the first. She was 1 for 2 on her previous trip. Greg Barrett's going to call a timeout. A full timeout for Hastings St. Cecilia during the free throw. We're going to take one with him. York up 40-38 in overtime. Back in York for the holiday tournament. Consolation matchup, our first game of the day in overtime. York girls and Hastings St. Cecilia battling it out here in the Duke Dome. York in overtime just took their first lead of the contest as Lauren Riley can't get the second free throw to go. Up by 2, 40-38. St. Cecilia looking to tie it up. Burton drives all the way in, won't get it to go. Rebound, Tori Thomas. Hers won't fall, ball's still loose. And they're gonna get a foul on Carson Zumpf down low. McKenna Asher's gonna go to the line and shoot 1 and 1. Zumpf just picked up her third personal. Asher at the line for St. Cecilia. Gets the first. Could tie it up with the second free throw, but Matt Kern's going to call a timeout. (30-second) timeout for Matt Kern. We'll keep it here during this timeout. York up by 1 before the second free throw. 13 seconds left in overtime. Schedule for the day after this one, we'll get Elkhorn and Platteview boys in the consolation matchup. Following that game will be Elkhorn and Platteview again, but for the girls' championship at 4 o'clock. Maybe a little later if we keep getting some overtime games. Nothing to complain about. And then boys' championship tonight is York and Hastings St. Cecilia, scheduled for 5:45. St. Cecilia beating Elkhorn yesterday, York defeating Platteview. And the opposite happened in the girls. Platteview defeated York. Elkhorn defeated Hastings St. Cecilia here in our consolation matchup. McKenna Asher. Second free throw, ties it. Lauren Riley drives, almost has it stolen, kicks. Mittman, timeout again. Matt Kern, 7 seconds. Just wanted to get it across the timeline. Matt Kern is going to give a full timeout, all knotted up at 40. Only 2 points scored for each team in this overtime. 7 seconds left to play as Matt Kern is going to try to draw up the game winner with 7 seconds left in overtime. Talked about it at the end of regulation. You wanted to get the ball in the hands of either Lauren Riley or Carson Zumpf. Lauren Riley had her chance in regulation, which I don't see him trying to give the ball or keep it away from Lauren Riley. in any situation. But you also have Carson Zump, who's been doing some good work down low for the Dukes. So Regan Cass going to inbound right in front of her own bench. Gives it to Sievers. 5 seconds. Up top, Lauren Riley won't shoot. Pulls up just inside the three-point line. No good. 4 quarters and 4 more minutes of overtime. Still not enough to decide between York and Hastings St. Cecilia. Knotted up at 40 apiece through 4 quarters and 4 minutes of overtime.
It's thanks to you that we're where we are today. We're proud to watch these communities grow because they're our communities too. Our neighbors, our friends. It's where we live. These are all our hometowns. And no matter what, the people who will continue to serve your needs with the hometown support you know and trust are just down the street. Cornerstone Bank. Growing together.
And back in York Holiday Tournament, double overtime in our first matchup of the day. Consolation game between York girls and Hastings St. Cecilia. Knotted up at 40 through 4 quarters and 4 minutes of overtime. McKenna Asher hit some clutch free throws. 15 seconds left in that first overtime to tie it up at 40. Those are the only 2 points scored for St. Cecilia in that overtime. Across the top, Verton to Daly. Back to Verton. Taking almost a minute off the clock on this possession alone, and they get 2 easy ones for McKenna Asher, exactly what they wanted to do. Lauren Riley the other way. Zump's got it. Gave it to Cast. Down low, Zumpf again. Kicks it back out to Cast. Riley drives, has to pick it up. Gives to Pohl, and it's stolen by Daly. Up to Verton. Verton's going to drive all the way against Zumpf. Can't get 2. Ball knocked away. Lauren Riley all alone in the front court. Goes up against Daly, gets 2. Can't get the basket to fall. Riley's going to go to the line and shoot 2 free throws on the shot. Daly picked up her 3rd. Lauren Riley going to go to the line and shoot 2. She's 2 for 4 thus far. Knocks the first one down. Riley's 2nd of 2. Can't get the roll. 3 for 6 at the charity stripe. Down by 1 is York. Verton across the top to Thomas. Kissinger for St. Cecilia holds. Dribbles to her right, just kind of drain some clock. Is Hastings St. Cecilia. They took a minute off the clock before getting 2 points on their last possession. Asher drives to her right, has to give to Daly. Pass behind Verton on the cut. She kicks, Gracie Daly won't shoot. Drives and dishes again. Kissinger drives, kicks. Verton will try a luck with a 3. Off the front iron. Ball fought for on the rebound. Lauren Riley couldn't grab it. Minute 35. St. Cecilia keeps the ball. McKenna Asher down low. This is to Daly. Kissinger now in the wing, just holding. Lauren Riley gambles and misses. Verton all the way. 2 more for Lexi Verton. Up by 3 now is Hastings St. Cecilia. Mittman to Cast. Bounce pass behind Zumpf. Good thing Sievers was there. They hand to Riley. 45 seconds. Lauren Riley has a ball screen, uses it. A deep 3 for Lauren Riley. Won't get it to go. St. Cecilia rebound. Matt Kern calling for a foul, and Lauren Riley will foul. Third personal for Lauren Riley. Only the 8th team foul for York, so Verton's going to go to the line and shoot 1 and 1. Haley Pohl checks into the game for Nicole Mittman. Verton at the line for her first of the 1 and 1. Looking to make it a 2-possession game. Can't do so. Still a 3-point game. Lauren Riley the other way for York. Goes to her right against the defense. Won't get it to go. No foul called either. Daly is fouled before she's able to give it to Verton. Still 1 and 1. Riley just picked up her 4th personal in the process. Gracie Daly going to go to the line to shoot 1 and 1. Daly's first. No good. Still a 3-point game. Within reach for York. 15 seconds. Over to Cast. Up top, Haley Pohl. Back screen to the corner. Lauren Riley takes a dribble to her left, puts one up. Can't get it to go, and that will finally, or should finally do it. Zumpf picks up the foul. Fouling Kissinger. Kissinger going to go to the line and shoot 2. Doesn't get the first. Kissinger doesn't get the second. Off the rebound, nobody puts it up. And that will do it for this consolation matchup. York and Hastings St. Cecilia took 4 quarters and 2 overtimes to finally get a winner. 44-41, the final score. Hastings St. Cecilia takes this one. What a way to start the day at the York Holiday Tournament. A double overtime game. Following this game is going to be Elkhorn and Platteview boys consolation game. Get that 20-minute pre-game clock started as soon as possible. That's what's coming next. St. Cecilia beats York in the consolation matchup to start the day, 44-41. Thank you for listening and watching here on Strive TV. I'm David Ginwright.